questions. This is the Quick Bite Podcast.
Welcome to the Quick Bite Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Klinger. Today, we have a fantastic guest, Jocelyn Rodgers from Botrista. Jocelyn, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I am fantastic. Hey, tell me a little bit about what you do and about Botrista.
Yeah, so I'm the Director of Brand Partnerships at Botrista, and we enable restaurants to serve trending beverages. So I work with brands on upgrading their beverage menu and increasing their profits.
Fantastic. So I appreciate you joining the podcast today. Let's get started. Question number one, what's the best piece of business advice you've ever received?
So as I'm coming into this industry, a little under 2 years in, I got this advice from, it's funny, a TikTok, but Bethany Frankel says to say yes to everything. So hence why I'm here on this podcast. Just say yes, get out there, try everything, do everything, and see what sticks.
Fantastic. I love that. Showing up is 90% of it in life. I totally agree with that. Fantastic. Question number two. What are the top 3 qualities that you think every leader should have?
Yes. So, I have a great leader, Jason Valentine, and I think his top 3 are 1, having a vision. So he has a vision not just for the brand, but for each employee. He really can hone in and see what you're good at. And then secondly, I think he, takes the brunt and takes the accountability. I think that's important. And then thirdly, I think communication. He has a quote that he actually stole from one of his leaders. It's lead, follow, or get out of the way. And he truly does that.
How does someone become a leader? How do they aspire to leadership?
Yeah, I think everybody leads in their own way. But I think to better yourself is to believe in yourself, and you just have to have faith.
Absolutely. That's a perfect segue into my next question. Question number 4 is, what role does faith play in your business life?
So faith plays a big part of my entire life, not just professionally, but personally. I, go to church every Sunday, whether I'm traveling or whether I'm here in Miami, and I can go to my local food church with Pastor Rich. But I watch every Sunday if I am traveling, and I think God will always deliver, and he will always put me exactly where I'm supposed to be. You just have to believe and have faith and trust that his plan is bigger than what you could ever think yours will be.
Amen. I don't know how anyone walks through life without God and having that faith to know that you've been held in the palm of his hand,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that answer. Who's had the greatest impact on you professionally and why?
So he's not paying me to say this, but Jason Valentine, he has truly pushed me professionally. He's taught me to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And he has pushed me into things that I never thought that I would do or even would be capable of doing. For example, at the Fast Casual conference a couple months ago, he was supposed to introduce Jason from Wonder at the conference, and he last minute had a meeting, couldn't fly in time. So he was like, all right, kid, you're in. I'm giving you the ball, run. And I was so scared. I was like, public speaking is not my jam. There's no way I can do this. And he believes in me and he pushed me, and it went very well. So definitely him for sure.
That's a case of, I think, your leader believing in you, right?
Yeah.
In that case. And then
he had the vision that I could do it. And I didn't think that I could, but.
What was it like for you personally after you stepped through that moment on the other side of it? How did you feel?
I think I blacked out, and I called him right away, and he goes, how did it go? And I was like, I think I did good. And he was like, you think you did good, or did you do good? And then less than 24 hours later, an article came out by Fast Casual, and he read it and he sent it to me and said, okay, I know you did good. This is amazing. So
I remember that splashed all over LinkedIn. Your photo went viral of you standing on stage. And
yeah.
Yes, that was amazing. That was an iconic photo. There's a few photos that I remember throughout the year of the thousands of LinkedIn posts, and that's one of them. So see, good things happen when you step in through the wall of being uncomfortable, stepping through the wall of fear, and just saying, let's go. Let's just step up and see what happens. It's all part of that showing up factor, I think.
Yeah.
Next question for you. What is one company that you admire and why?
I think Giving Kitchen.
Huh? That's phenomenal.
I think just like how when we were at QSR and, you guys were helping all of those families, with their utility bills, like that is so amazing. To be able to give back and really help people in need. I think we all talk about wanting to give back, and there was a Jim Carrey quote that says, imagine being homeless and, you're given a meal that you have to accept, but there's a camera in your phone and you don't always have to, tell people or show the world that you're giving back, just do it. And I think you guys, really balance the both of putting it out there and inspiring people to do better and to give.
That's amazing, Jocelyn. Thank you. They're an amazing organization. They help a lot of food service workers. Can you share a story about a time that you overcame adversity? I know you kind of shared one while ago about a personal opportunity you stepped through on stage, but tell me another opportunity where you've gone through adversity and come out the other side.
So this is actually a funny story. This is more recent than what I like to admit, but Jason and I were doing a demo of our equipment and our beverages for a very well-known brand. And there was about 25 people in the room. And Jason, like, we're 30 seconds into this. Like, we had just started. He clicks the button, makes the first drink, and makes it in less than 18 seconds. So we're no more than 30 seconds into this. And he hands me the drink, and I go to hand it to my main point of contact as a sign of respect. Here's the first drink. Let's get this going. And during the handoff, I dropped the drink all over him. And I immediately wanted to die, not being dramatic. I just was like frozen. There was boba balls everywhere. And Jason just like kind of looks at me like, keep going, keep going. And so we got through it, and he was such a gentleman about it. And at the end of it, I couldn't apologize enough. And it turns out it made us bond, and we ended up having the best day. I drove around with him after the meeting. He showed me his old high school, and like we played basketball, and we just like totally bonded. And, it just completely like changed my mindset because I wanted to go home. I wanted to crawl into a ball and just never show my face in this office ever again. So it was a funny, bad story, but I got through it, and people make mistakes, and luckily I got away with it, and we're closer.
Isn't that funny how sometimes just showing our humanity brings us together?
Exactly. Perfect wording.
Yeah, it broke down the facade of perfection, and then you came close together from it, and probably have a good friend out of that. That's amazing.
I could call him right now, and he would still probably be laughing about it. Yes.
That's fantastic. What's a fun fact about you a lot of people don't know?
So this is funny. My poor dad, he's gonna hate that I'm sharing this. So I'm very petite, and my dad is not very petite. So he likes to tease me, but I am in the food industry for a reason, and I can eat. So me and him do these funny, like, competitive eating contests. And there was one time where I suckered him into doing the chicken nugget challenge because McDonald's had 50 chicken nuggets. So he had to eat 25. I had to eat 25. And if you look at us, you would think that he could put him down pretty easily. This poor guy, I mean, we were in the car, and he was rolling down the windows, like sweating, and he was like almost gagging. And I'm looking at him just like, oh, you're toast. Like, I'm totally beating you.
Are you like the female Joey Chestnut?
Oh, I can eat. Yeah. Anyone wants to do an eating challenge, let's do it, because it's my hidden talent and it's hysterical.
Noted. We may have to do a fundraiser with seeing how many chicken wings you can put away or something.
Let's do that. Sign me up.
Got it. How much time do you dedicate to unwinding per day? And what's your favorite way to unwind? How do you like to relax?
So I love to do like a Pilates class. I love Pilates. As far as how much time I spend each day, is different. Some days I'm super busy, and all I get is 20 minutes in between, internal, external calls or meetings or traveling, that I just need to get outside and walk in the sunshine for like 20 minutes. But I do like a nice workout class, go sit in the sauna. That's how I unwind.
So, Jocelyn, last question.
Mm-hmm.
What is your why and what drives you?
Okay, what is my why? I think I'm very passionate about leaving this world better than I came into it. I think very few people are wealthy in this world. And I was wealthy in love from my family. We were rich in that aspect. In other materialistic aspects, we were not so much. But that has made me develop this insane worth ethic and grit to just do better and be generous. And yeah.
That. Yeah. And there's some power behind generosity. I know when I met you, I was introduced to you at one of the QSR shows. I think it was at the Evolution show.
Yeah.
And, yeah, shout out to Danny Klein, phenomenal show. But, and our friend Kim DeCarolis, I believe, is the one that connected us.
Oh, yes.
And so we were there fundraising and raising money for Giving Kitchen. And I remember how you bent over backwards to be the first donation that we were taking using these tip tap pay lanyards that were this electronic tapping device that you could tap with and make a donation. And I just loved your spirit of generosity, how you were so passionate about helping others, as you said. And I do believe the more you give, the more it comes back.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Yeah. And by the way, I did not know I was the first person who donated. I just wanted to donate. So I would do it again tomorrow. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, Jocelyn, how can people connect to you?
yeah, add me on LinkedIn, shoot me a message, or find us at bartresearch.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon.
The Quick Bite Podcast is proud to shine a spotlight on Giving Kitchen, an incredible nonprofit serving the food service community in times of crisis. From unexpected medical emergencies to natural disasters, Giving Kitchen steps in when life takes an unexpected turn. To learn how you can help support those who serve us every day, visit givingkitchen.org. And while you're at it, subscribe to the Quick Bite Podcast, where leadership meets heart, and join us in making a difference, one episode at a time. Quick Bite Podcast. Bite-sized conversations, big-time impact.